This is the evening of Monday, the 18th day of May 2026. Good evening, everyone. The president of Yoruba Council is calling the whole Obas in Yorubaland for Obas conference in Ile-Ife. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss about the invasion of ISIS in Yorubaland, especially the advancement to Lagos now that they are in Oyo State. In the past week, you saw what happened. You must have seen it on the internet. You must have seen both the principal, the teachers, the students that this ISIS abducted that led to the closing of schools in 4 local government areas of Oyo State. In 4 local government areas, schools has been closed because of the invasion of ISIS. So this is not a funny thing. And I think that what happened in Kwara before is about to happen again. If you understand the history of Kwara State, how the Oduduwa People's Congress contested the domination of Kwara. They were trying to, fight over it. Who owns this Kwara? Who owns the dominion? Who has this land? Does it belong to the Fulanis or to the Yorubas? And I can categorically tell you that Fulanis won the battle. Yes. The OPC, the Oduduwa People's Congress, they were about to set the record straight that this Kwara State is Yorubaland. But that was the sole purpose why Muhammadu Buhari joined politics. They pressured Obasanjo, who ordered the military to start shooting at sight of these OPC members. That was so unfortunate. But, history is going to repeat itself again. Let's wait to see what the Obas are going to discuss in Ile-Ife. So, apart from that, let us see these videos of the principal. I mean, these are the victims, and not only them, and so many other people. These are the victims of this abduction by the ISIS in the school. And later, let us discuss more. The reason why they are always attacking schools, the reason why they keep on abducting puppies. Because you might just think that, it is because they need ransom. It is far away from what you are thinking. So stay with me and let's discuss it. Take it.
Start.
I am Mrs. Alamu, FR. I am the principal of Community High School, Esiele, in Orire local government of Oyo State. On Friday, around 9:30, we were attacked by a certain group of people, and a good number of us were abducted, the staff and the students as well. And we have been here since Friday. I am making this video to ask for help from everyone, starting from the federal government of Nigeria and Oyo State government, Engineer Seyi Makinde, the Christian Association of Nigeria, and all well-meaning Nigerians, that they should come to our help and settle this thing peacefully so that our lives will not be lost. Thank you very much.
I'm from Ibadan. I'm working at First Baptist Church Ogbomoso, Yawota area. Yesterday, the people of the young people came to our school, and we are making now both the teachers and the children. We are all here. We need help from the federal government and the state government, both the church, First Baptist Church, Yawota, and the community. We need your help so that these people will release us. Please help us. Please help us. We need help from our president. We need help from our president. Tinubu, please help us. Our state government. Engineer Seyi Makinde, please. And both the Nigerian Christians, please help us. Please help us. Oh. The children are here. They are crying so that we will not waste.
Now, before we go into the reason why they are demanding for ransom and what the ransom is all about, and also the purpose they are kidnapping, let us talk about why would Nigeria be preparing for election when their people are at the mercy of the terrorists? Why? Now, this is what I mean. You see, Ukraine has been fighting war with Russia. Amidst the war Ukraine is fighting, Ukraine is also producing well, doing everything they are doing very well. And you can see that Ukraine is still shipping grains to Nigeria. War-torn Ukraine. But I still have to tell you that Nigeria is at a deeper war than Ukraine. Have you ever seen Ukraine preparing for an election when they're at war? No. There is no country that goes into election when they're at war. So I just want to categorically tell you that if it is other tribes, if it is the Niger Delta people that are terrorizing all over the country like this, there will not be election. There will be war. Fighter jets, everything will be leveling all the whole houses in Niger Delta. If it is in the southeast, in fact, Nigerian government will go and borrow atomic bomb from Pakistan to wipe away them. They will do that. But you see, they know the terrorists. They know whom they are. They know their parents. They know everything about these terrorists. But the reason why they keep on maneuvering everything, reintegrating them, trying to do one thing or the other, like, it is laughable because they are colluding with them. Now, in these recent days, you saw that the United States are using their military might to target ISIS targets in the country. It is not bad. But I have a question. Is it only ISIS? What happened to Boko Haram? Because ISIS and ISWAP are the same. And though all these people have the same mission. But Boko Haram and ISWAP have a problem. There is an existing problem now, crisis. So, is the Nigerian government taking sides, whom the terrorists to support amidst this escalation between the two factions? That is something we are investigating, and we'll come with a video about that. But now, let's go back to the reason why these people collect ransom and why this kidnapping is not all about ransom. The purpose of ISIS, ISWAP, Boko Haram, I used to tell you all this thing all the time, is to overthrow the Nigerian government, number one, and impose Islamic State in Nigeria, which will be governed by Sharia law. This is their mission statement. So for them to do this, they will continue to destabilize, kill, take territories, advance. Destabilize, kill, take territory, advance. Where you have misculture that you have not understand, strike peace deal. Would that be a strike peace deal? Do all those things. You know, I taught you people about 5 principles of war that all these Boko Haram people, they use. I talk about Takia, which is the principles of deception. They will deceive you that, oh, we want to fight terrorism. We want to do this thing. Boko Haram in government, oh, we want to go and kill them. All those things they are telling you is just deception. For you to have it in mind that the government are actually fighting when they are not fighting. That is number one. Number 2, I talk about Ahodabiya. That is the principles of peace deal. The principles of peace deal. So they can strike peace deal. If they see that they won't be able to conquer this place at the moment, they will strike peace deal with you. And during the peace deal, they will now go and advance, bring more weapons, do what they want to do, and attack. They will still be the one that will breach the peace deal. Then, after the Takia, Ahodabi, I talk about the principles of infiltration. Principles of infiltration is the most dangerous principles of war these people are doing. They will infiltrate your police, they will infiltrate your military, they will infiltrate everything. Banking sector, National Assembly, presidency, like they will infiltrate everywhere to be able to make decisions that will affect you. I also talk about the principles of human shield, that they will use human shield, you know. So I have a particular video for that. You can go and check out the video and understand what I said there. So now, the money these people are collecting, what is it for? If their kidnapping is not all about money. So what is the money for? The money, it is jizya tax. It is jizya tax in the sense that that is the money you are using to pay for your blood. And when you did not pay the money, what are they going to do? They have the mandate to kill anyone who did not pay jizya tax. So they see what they are doing as a divine mandate. And that is why Sheikh Ahmed Gumi said that no Christian should kill terrorists. You people have not think about that. This is a man who said that the Nigerian government, Nigeria Islamic government, knows the name of the terrorists. They have their phone number. They know their location. So if America want to come, he said no, because they are infidels. Israel, they are infidels. They want only Turkey and Pakistan to come and kill them. I want you people to think. This is more religious extreme than you think. It is more religious extreme than you think. If I am the president of Nigeria, for example, I will suspend 2027 election. Yes. I will declare state of emergency nationwide and suspend. What are you doing election for if you people in government are not collaborating with these terrorists? You see, I know when people will start crying very soon, when these people will hit Lagos. Before you know, you will hear, oh, they struck, what is it called? There is a mainland bridge there. You will hear that they struck it. Before you know, you will hear that all this Overrun area, you will hear that they have overrun it. And that time people start shouting because it will now start affecting them. But now that it is affecting the common man, nobody is even doing anything. If Ukraine can suspend the election, why are you people talking about election when your people are dying? It's unfortunate.
Security situation at the local government area, the abduction of some teachers and school children, and for our troops, our service commanders who and a few wounded both soldiers and hunters and other operatives. They are recovering fully, and the government will continue to take responsibility for ensuring that they fully recover and look after their medical bills. What we know right now is that 7 teachers in all are involved, were abducted, and unfortunately we got a video this morning that one of the teachers, I understand that the maths teacher, was killed by the terrorists this morning. Of course, our prayers are with the family. We have decided that we will adopt not just the kinetic approach. There has been a lot of threats. There has been a lot of our leaders and elders, religious elders, especially the Baptist convention, because one of the schools involved is a Baptist school. I want to appeal. We are not taking this lightly. I want to appeal to everybody, citizens, residents, in particular of the local government and the rest of the Oyo State. I want to appeal that we're doing everything within our power to ensure that this we resolve quickly and we bring our children back safely. But it is a very difficult and challenging situation. So please, there may not be quick fixes, but we will continue to endeavor to push ourselves to the limits to resolve this quickly. And we will be briefing the press every evening, starting from this one tomorrow until more information becomes available. So that's where we are right now. If you have any questions.